Hello, my friends. I hope everybody is doing well today. Mrs. Weis just got back from a nice walk. I woke up very early this morning and went for a nice walk. It's such a windy, beautiful day outside. I wanted to get outside quick and go for my walk. And while I was walking, I was thinking about you and how lucky I am that I get to teach you here this way every day. You bring so much joy to my heart. So I wanted to start today by thinking about this heart that's here. This heart that's here is part of our ideas for our template this week. And really what it is we're thinking about how we can say thank you to people that help us. And by making these hearts and putting them maybe in our windows or maybe giving them to people that help us is a really great way to show that we appreciate people. The people that help me in my class are my paraeducators, right? The helpers in my class. So later in a Google Meet, I'm gonna give a special heart like this to my paraeducators that have been helping me. But I know that there's some helpers in the community, like firefighters and police officers and nurses and doctors, teachers even, and librarians and all kinds of great helpers, right? Dentists. All kinds of people that keep us safe and healthy, right? And that maybe teach us something. Even our moms that are our dads, we could give one to them. If you don't have one that looks just like mine, you could maybe draw one. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you really quick how to make a quick heart because it's kind of fun. The way that Mrs. Weis learned to make a heart, check it out. I'm gonna just grab my whole bucket here of good stuff to use. Let me show you how I learned to make a heart. I learned that if we make the letter M, see my letter M? And then I make the letter V underneath it. And then I connect those. And look what shape I have. What shape do you see? Yeah, so I made an M, and then I made a V, and that makes a heart. So if you don't happen to have a heart like this to give to someone, you could maybe make one like this on a plain piece of paper of your own, right? Great job. Okay, so Mrs. Weis is gonna think about getting rolling today. Let's see what we have. Okay, so here is my important feeling talk this morning. When I woke up, I was excited because it was a very windy day. I wanted to get outside, and I was feeling very motivated today to have some exercise. So that's how I was feeling today. Ah, that's upside down. Silly Mrs. Weis. Maybe before we start, we can think about how we are the boss of our body. We're the boss of our feelings, and we're the boss of our reactions to things that happen in our life. So something that we can do to be a really good boss of our body is to stay in balance, right? When you start to feel things getting too big, you can take some deep breaths, right? Or maybe you could get a drink of water or read a book that helps you, or think about a time that you did a really good thing, right? Yeah, so thinking happy thoughts can sometimes help us when things feel a little bit too big. All right, so let's start today by showing you those watching eyes, listening ears, quiet voice, calm, quiet body. Who's got those ready hands from Mrs. Weis today? Great job. Are you thinking about what we're doing? Are you keeping your brain in the group? And is your heart in the right place, making sure that you care about what we're up to today? If all those things are happening, then we're ready to be a great learner. That's super. All right, so I think yesterday we talked about number 2 on my Incredible You, 10 Ways to Let Your Greatness Shine Through book. So let's see what happens. Yeah, Maria, so some of the things to let your greatness shine through would be to share the good. Remember we talked about that. And then we talked a little bit about find what you love. Because if you find what you love in this world and you do that, then you'll be happy. So Mrs. Weis just wants you to have a happy life, right guys? All right, number 3. Let's see what it says. Oh, I love this. It says number 3, you are filled with love. Your heart is like a magic cookie jar. All the love you need is never far. This is so cool. So reach inside and let that love out, and it will come back to you without a doubt. So make sure that you show everybody that you love them. Mrs. Weis had no idea that there were going to be hearts inside this book today. So this is a great way to let our love out. We can make a heart for someone that we love and give it to them today. I love that idea. Look what happened. Sometimes things just fall into place. I don't know how that works, but All right. So let's think today. Let me just pop on over to our daily meeting here for June. And let's think about counting today. Oh, Mrs. Weiss has to fill in yesterday's and today's. Mrs. Weiss went to the dentist yesterday, right? My community helper, the dentist, Mrs. Weiss went there yesterday. And the dentist told me that I have to get a little bit more work done on my tooth in the back. It broke when I was eating ice cream. Imagine that. So they went and checked it out yesterday. They did not do any work. And then they're going to do a little bit more work another day. Isn't that a good idea? But it was great to get seen by a special person that is an expert on my teeth. So let me just think. So I think we need to think about putting one here for yesterday. All right, what happens after a watermelon? I think we need a pie. Okay, today is the 11th day of June. It is Thursday, June 11th, 2020. And Mrs. Weiss is going to have to add a few things here today, guys, because I didn't get us ready very well. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. And tomorrow will be Friday. So instead of adding 2, I need to add, instead of adding just 1 cube, I'm going to add 2. Do you know why? 1 for yesterday and 1 for today. So we have to add 1 for yesterday and 1 for today. Wait, is that a group of 10? Oh my gosh, we get to reorganize and trade in for a 10 bar. Let's get rid of these baby cakes. Let's get us a new 10 frame. Mrs. Weiss might be able to do it with my finger a little easier. Sometimes I can touch my screen and do it. Isn't that cool? Whoa. Silly Mrs. Weiss. And then we'll add a 10 frame here. All right, so now there are none there because we added 1 more group here. All right, so let's see, we need to erase here. All right, so I still see 1 group of 100. Do you see it here? And then how many groups of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 around the clock until it ticks. That's the way we make a 6. I know my friend James was remembering that the other day, how to make that number 6. It gets tricky sometimes, right? But always remember, around the clock until it ticks. That's the way we make a 6. And then I don't see any 1s here, so we need round around, just like, that's the way we make a 0. Okie dokie. Let's move our shadow box. 1 for yesterday and 1 for today. 160 days I've known the students in my class. All righty, and I'm going to add 1 for yesterday and 1 for today. Okay, here we go. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120, 125, 130, 135, 140, 145, 150, 155, 160 days. All right, let's go check that weather. Come on, let's go. Oh, do you like my shirt today? Look at my shirt. It says life is good on there, and it has a tree. Looks like I'm gonna go for a walk in the forest, a hike. All right, look and see. Ooh, look how fun it is outside today. It is beautiful. What a gorgeous day. So sunny. Mrs. Weiss always finds something good in every day. Have you noticed that? It's true. What a beautiful day out there today. It is gorgeous. It is so, so windy. All right, let's see what we have here. Ready? All right, I did not see any sun today. I saw some clouds. We'll put that here. I did not see any sun. No rain yet. Maybe later today it might rain. And then it's windy, but guess what? It is really big windy. I'm gonna put a gigantic windy out there. Are you going to get the cushions? Okay. Big fat windy day. Let me just pause this for a quick second. Okay, so one big rainy day and one big windy day, and it is not snowing today. Oh, let's stand for the pledge. Hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great job, my friends. All right, let's see if there's anything fun that we can do here extra today. We already did all these. Did this, did this, did this. Let's see if there's anything fun we can do. We did that one. All right. It says write the missing number. 3 and 2 is equal to 2 and 3. That's to make it even. So if I have, look at this, 1, 2, 3, and I have 1, 2 over here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more here to make 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. All right, let's check this one out. It says 5 frogs were sitting by the pond. 2 jumped in. How many were left? All right, let's make those frogs. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frogs, and then 2 jumped in. So I'm going to erase 2 of them. Boop, boop. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we're right. Did you hear that? I'm going to do it again. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Hey, Mrs. Weiss, stop. So silly. All right, let's stop that for now. Awesome job. All right, so we are going to do a little bit of work about frogs today. This is kind of silly. Everything's tying together today. What a weird day. All right, let me get this ready for us. I want to talk just a little bit today about frogs and tadpoles. So before we get rolling, I know this year we've been talking a lot about different life cycles, different cycles that we might see of animals. And a lot of those things happen in the spring. Remember, we saw the egg turned into the caterpillar, and the caterpillar spun its chrysalis, and then it turned into a butterfly, right? A chicken it's an egg, and then it hatches out of the egg, becomes a baby chick, and grows into a rooster or a hen, a big chicken, right? So this is what we'll talk about today. How these eggs that have the jelly around the outside turn into this cool tadpole, and then a froglet, and then a frog. So let's talk about that now. Look at this. Tadpole to frog. Now this is a crazy book. I think you're gonna think this is cool. Watch this. This book talks about frogs on one side and chickens on the other side. So we'll do chickens next. But right now I want to talk about frogs. Chicken, frog, chicken, frog. Tadpole to Frog by Camilla de la Bedouillère. That's a pretty last name, isn't it? All right, let's see. Let's read about frogs, shall we? What is a frog? I don't know. Let's learn. A frog is an amphibian. It spends part of its life living. Sorry, my papers are blowing around. It spends part of its life living in the water and part of its life on the land. Interesting. Amphibians lay their eggs in water. They live in wet places, often near ponds or lakes. So you might see this frog near a pond or a lake, right? Common frogs have smooth, damp skin and golden eyes. Some frogs live in wet rainforests. They are called tree frogs. Most tree frogs are much smaller than frogs that live on the ground. This tree frog's big red eyes and orange feet scare away other animals. See his feet? See his eye? Those colors in the rainforest mean danger. So the reason that his eyes are red and his feet are kind of that orange color tell other animals to stay away. Have you ever seen a frog, like in real life? Mrs. Weiss went camping once with Sophie and Sabrina and Mr. Weiss, and guess what we found? Big frogs, and we held them. They were gigantic, and they had big, long legs, and we even raced them. We put them down, and we would say, I bet my frog's going to win, and then Sabrina would say, no, my frog's going to win, and then Sophie would say, no, my frog is going to win, and we had races with them, and then we let them go. They went back to their house, and at night when we were sleeping in our tent, when we were camping, we could hear them going ribbit, Ribbit, ribbit. It was so cute. The story of a frog. A young frog is called a tadpole. It looks different from a frog. Frogs begin life as an egg. See the egg? The amazing story of how they become adult frogs is called a life cycle. So we have an egg and then a tadpole. See how it changes? Look at that, it's got little feet, but it also has a tail and it has some jelly here. A frog goes through 3 stages in its life cycle. The first 2 stages are spent in water. So this is when he's in water. The third part is when he turns into a frog. Let's see what happens. Frog spawn. A female frog lays her eggs in the spring. She always lays them in water. She lays hundreds of eggs where the water is shallow, so not too deep. The eggs float on the water's surface. See these things? These are the eggs. Frog eggs are soft and squishy. They stick together in a big clump called frog spawn. The frog spawn swells and floats to the surface of the water. So all those eggs stick together, don't they? And they get, why do you think they stick together? What do you think? Yeah, because if it was by itself, another animal might eat it or harm it in some way, right? So that's really cool how it sticks together. And another creature might think that looks like a rock. Does that look like a rock to you? Or maybe bubbles in the water instead of looking like eggs? Maybe. Inside the egg. Once the eggs are laid, the adult frogs swim away. Inside each egg, a new tadpole is growing. The tadpole feeds on a small yolk in the egg and grows bigger. A female frog may lay hundreds of eggs at a time. Many eggs are eaten by fish and other pond animals, but some survive and their tadpoles keep growing. After a few weeks, the eggs hatch. They hatch sooner in warm weather than they do in cold weather. Do you see them? Look at them here. They're changing inside the egg to tadpoles. Interesting. Let's see what happens. Aw, tiny tadpoles are tiny when they hatch, but they grow quickly. Each tadpole has a long tail, which it uses to swim. It has feathery gills on either side of its head, and these allow the young tadpole to breathe underwater. To begin with, tadpoles just eat small green water plants. Later, they will also eat pond animals, such as water fleas. Tadpoles grow faster when they live in warm water with plenty of food. You see the tadpoles? Look at this, and these crazy things on the edge here, those gills, help the tadpoles to breathe. And look at this, is a long tail of the tadpole. So egg, tadpole, and then here comes the big change. You ready for it? When they are about 7 weeks old, tadpoles begin to change into frogs. First, they grow back legs. See, they're growing some back legs. I don't see the legs. Oh, I guess right there. And then the front legs begin to grow. And as the legs grow longer, the tail grows shorter. Frogs' tails begin to shrink and their front legs begin to grow. The tadpoles now look like tiny frogs. By the time it is 12 weeks old, the tiny frog is about 1 inch long. So I can show you here. Let me find my inches. Okay, so if I start here on my ruler, it goes from here to here. That's how big a frog is at 12 weeks old, just from here to here. That's pretty small. It's not a very big frog, is it? Interesting. Froglet. The little frogs keep growing and their tails disappear. They are now called froglets. The froglets stay in or near water. They feed on small insects, which they catch with their long, sticky tongues, so they eat bugs. Froglets can swim, crawl, hop, and climb onto the floating leaves of lilies. When they are bigger, the froglets move away from their pond. They find a safe place under plants where they hide. This froglet is hiding in a pitcher plant. Can you find it? You see it. He kind of has the same markings as the plant he's on. It's good camouflage for him, so other creatures don't eat him. Adult frogs spend most of their time on land. They hide from animals that hunt them. Frogs rest during the day, and in the evening they hunt for bugs and slugs and worms. That's what they eat. Frogs can make big jumps to catch food with their long tongues. Look at his tongue. Wow. Wow. Many frogs have green or gray or brown skin. They blend in with their surroundings, and they're hard to see. That's called camouflage. Wow. Frogs hibernate in the winter. This is because there is not very much food for them to eat in the cold. When animals hibernate, they fall into a deep sleep to save energy. Frogs hibernate under rocks and in burrows or in ponds. In spring, frogs return to the pond where they were born. Soon, the story of the life cycle will begin again. Look at that. Frogs are ready to mate when they are about 2 to 3 years old. And that's that. So that's a cool story all about the life cycle of a frog. Love it. In a little bit, I'm going to read you a story that's called this. Froggy learns to swim. Mrs. Weis is on a froggy kick today. I love frogs. When I was a little girl, there were frogs everywhere. Now there's not so many frogs. I don't know why. All right, let's do a word family mat. Quickity. Gotta find one that we haven't done yet. We did this one. We did this one. We did this one. Find a good one that we haven't done yet. Did that one. Let's see. I want a fun one. Oh, I don't think we did do that one, didn't we? How about, I don't think we did this one yet. Ready? This says, ew, ew, stew, new, shoe fly, shoe, grew, puke. That's a funny one. Grew, oh, we have that one already. Chew. I'm looking for one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, I have enough. Okay. So let's see. This is a little tricky one. Ooh, stew. Like I might make some stew for dinner. Ew, pew. That smells bad. Pew. When K stands next to N, it just says n, ew, new. Shh. I don't think that's really a word. Hold on. Let's see if I can find another one. Let's do this one instead. Ready? Drew, ew, drew. Ew, grew. And ew, chew. Let's say these words. Stew, you say it. Stew. Pew, you say pew. Good. New. Drew. Grew, and chew. Good. I'm going to write stew. I'm going to have some yummy stew for dinner. Stew. Pew, that smells bad. Pew, that's gross. I knew that was a good idea. Yesterday, I drew a great picture. I'm so proud of how much you grew this year, and let's chew our food. If you notice that some of those letters are tall, touching that top line, some letters are hanging down like the P and the G, and some letters are just small letters. Stew, pew, new, drew, grew, and chew. Nicely done. Some rhyming words. You hear how the endings are all the same? I like that. Mrs. Weiss is just going to write down which one we do. Uh-oh. Dropping pieces everywhere. Dropping pieces. Mrs. Weiss drops things all the time. So Mrs. Weiss, why do you have to drop so many things? All right. I do want to do a quick flip chart today for our ActivInspire so that we can practice our sight words. It's good to practice them as often as we can. They're good for us to practice because if we know our sight words, then we can read more sentences. So I want to make sure that you are great readers. Because when you can read books, then you can go on amazing adventures, right, guys? And Mrs. Wise wants to be your tour guide for that. Let's see. Is it coming? Here we go. All right, ready, friends? This is a number word, 4. Could you say 4? My brother is 4 years old. 4. Can you find 4? My brother is 4 years old. Oh yeah, 4 right there. Good job. We. Could you say we? Nice. We are friends. We. There's we right here. We are friends. And see, it has uppercase because it's at the beginning of the sentence. Said. Could you say said? Good job. She said hi. Said. What? Could you say what? Nice. What is your favorite color? What? Green. Guess what? My favorite color is green. Green. The grass is green, and there's green there. Awesome job. Let's just do one more. That's a number word, 3. Did you say 3? Very nice. I see 3 cats. Good job. All right, let's pop on back over. And I did want to read to you that Froggy learns to swim. Would you like to hear it? If you want to hear Froggy learns to swim, show me those ready hands. Tickle the sky. Give yourself a hug. Pat on the back for great working so far today. So good. Froggy Learns to Swim by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remkowitz. Froggy learns to swim. It was hot. It's a great day for a swim, said Froggy's mother. So Froggy and his parents flopped outside to the pond. Flop, flop, flop. On your mark, get set, go. Froggy's father sailed in, splash. Froggy's mother sailed in, splash. But where's Froggy? Froggy, called his mother. What? Come on in and swim. No, I don't know how to swim. I want to swing. So Froggy's gonna go on the swings. Whee, sang Froggy, swinging higher and higher. He swung so high, he almost touched the sky. He swung so high, he wound round and round the crossbar. Zing, zing, zing. And then unwound like a spring. Zing, and flew through the air. Uh-oh. Right smack into the pond. Splash. What are you doing? Asked Froggy's mother. I'm drowning, cried Froggy. Help! He grabbed hold of his mother and climbed on. What do you mean you're drowning? Don't you know frogs are born in the water? We just learned that, right? They are great swimmers. Not me, bubbled Froggy. I can't swim. Oh, fiddlestick, she said. I'll show you how. First, I love her bathing suit. Look at it. It looks like a watermelon. This is a pretend story, isn't it? Because do frogs usually wear clothes? No. First, float on your belly and stick your face in. I won't let go. Say bubble, bubble underwater. Then raise your face for air and say toot, toot. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot. So put your face in, say bubble, 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 bubble. And then come up and say toot, toot, toot. I don't want to, Froggy whined. Oh, come on, Froggy, just try it. Repeat after me. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, sputtered Froggy. Great. Now float on your back and do the frog kick. I won't let go. Then go like this. And she showed Froggy how saying chicken, airplane, soldier. Chicken, airplane, soldier. So she's talking about the different ways you make your body when you swim. I don't want to, whined Froggy. Oh, come on, Froggy, just try it. Chicken, airplane, soldier, gasped Froggy. He glubbed and blubbed and almost sank. Mommy, I need my flippers. Then I'll swim. Do you look like that when you swim? Do you say, this might be a good way for people too. Do you say, bubble, 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 toot, toot, chicken, airplane, soldier? It's so funny. Froggy climbed out and flopped back to his house. He pulled on his flippers, zup, and flopped back to the pond. Flop, flop, splash. Now try it again, said Froggy's mother. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken, airplane, soldier. He glubbed and blubbed and almost sank. Mommy, I need my mask and snorkel, then I'll swim. Mom's like, seriously, you're a frog. You'll be fine. Froggy climbed out and flopped back to his house. He pulled on his mask and snorkel, zook, zick, and flopped back to the pond. Flop, 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 splash. Now one more time, said Froggy's mother. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken, airplane, soldier. Do all those things, make your body look that way, and you'll be swimming. Oh, and then it happened. Oops, spluttered Froggy. What's the matter? Asked his mother. Oh, nothing, he said, looking more red in the face than green. Well, it's getting cold, Froggy. It's time to get out. No, no, I can't get out. Why not? Well, and he blubbered underwater while she crawled out. Then he burst up for air and yelled, wait, what is it? Asked his mother. My bathing suit, he shouted. Don't look, I'm getting out. Froggy climbed out and yanked on his bathing suit with a zap. It kind of fell down a little bit when he was swimming, of elastic. Then he pulled on his flippers, zup, and sailed back into the pond. Flop, flop, splash. Froggy, called his mother. What? I told you it's time to get out. No, no, I don't want to get out. I want to swim. I love that. Froggy's mother shook her head. I told you Frog's a great swimmer, she said, and sat down with Froggy's father to watch him. And Froggy sang, bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken, airplane, soldier. All night long. Swim. I think Mom's getting tired, but he's having fun. Sometimes I do that too. When I get so excited when I learn something new, I don't ever want to stop doing it. I think that's how Froggy's feeling too. What a cute story, huh? All right. Let me see. I do want to do just a quick one for how people are. This is our story about people. And it says, families spend time together. Families have fun together. This family is at the zoo. They like to look at the animals. Do you see the animals here? I know in the story we just read about Froggy, right? He was doing some things with his family. What do you like to do with your family? I wonder. What's your most favorite thing to do with your family? I don't know. Find the pictures of the lion. Find the picture of the bear. Where's the lion? There's the lion. Where's the bear? There's the bear. What animal is in the water? I think it's a seal. And what animal is in the tree? Oh, there's a monkey. Have you ever been to the zoo? You have? Some people have. Let's just do this last page. Families celebrate special days. A birthday is special, so is a wedding. They are family times. Families celebrate these days. This family is together. They came from many, many places. This is their reunion. Everyone likes the visit. They will be back next year, right? So right now, we have to follow the rules and kind of stay away from folks. We can't get as close as these people are, right, guys? But soon, hopefully, we'll be able to do that again soon, right? And one way that I've stayed in touch with my family is on Zoom or on Google Meet like we do, right? That's fun to do. All right, my good friends, can you show me those ready hands? All right, I would like for you to make sure that you love yourself today. Get outside if you can. It looks like it might rain a little bit. For the friends in my class, I'll see you in a little bit for our Google Meet. And be kind to yourself and your family. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon.